No, I didn't necessarily understand this concept until recently. It took me a long time. I'm 26. So it literally took me from birth to now to really understand like how you can accelerate success and why people are successful versus why other people are not successful, even though you may put in the same work as the other person. And you have to understand, you have to go through what I like to call the character development arc. And I know a lot of people say, oh, the winter arc or villain arc. I get it. But at the end of the day, the biggest thing is you need to develop your character as a person because life is a game, it's a simulation. If you've played video games, you understand this. I used to play RuneScape. I used to play World of Warcraft. I was big into video games. So that's how this concept really kind of like got home for me. It hit home is when I realized that my character was the reason why the environment I was in existed. It was the reason why I was doing what I was doing. It's the reason why I was either as successful as I was, which wasn't where I wanted to be. It's because I did not develop my character enough. See, you will only grow, your success will only grow as much as you grow as a person. Your business will only grow as much as you can grow as a person. The game is for you to develop yourself as a person as best as you possibly can, because that is the only way your growth in other areas of your life will only go as much as your growth of your character is, because it's your character that's going to put you in those positions that you want to be in. The person who has the nice cars, who has the nice house, and I know I'm saying materialistic things, but this is just the way that I can explain it to where you understand. That person didn't necessarily get those things because they wanted those things. They got those things because they developed themselves into the person that was able to like attract those things. It's your character. The reason why you're not getting the girl that you want is not because you don't have a level of game that you need. It's because the character that you're building, which is yourself, has not leveled up to the accomplishment that that level will give you. Everything in life is levels. You as a man, you're building levels. You start off at level 0 and you're trying to get to level 99. And to get to level 99, have you noticed in video games, the only way that you can unlock a certain weapon or you can unlock a certain badge or a certain ability is through leveling up your character. So you have to level up your character in this game we call life to be able to unlock the things that come with that character. Because you will never get those things that you want in life if you're not at the level to which that accomplishment can match. And this is why you'll see some people, they may accidentally stumble on, for example, a lot of money and they just wash it away because their character was never matching that accomplishment of having $1,000,000 or that accomplishment of getting that car. You ever notice like somebody can get a super nice car and crash it right away because you didn't level up your character enough to be able to earn that car? Or somebody can go win the lottery, right? Which I know is rare, but it's an example. You win the lottery and you see the person just trick it off. They trick off the accomplishment of getting that money because they never built their character to even get that money. It was premature. See, premature success is what will be the downfall of most people. They race to get what they want, and then when they get it, they realize they never built the character to be able to sustain that thing. So for you right now, you have to go through this character development arc, detach yourself from the outcomes of that character because it will be a byproduct of building that character. But you need to be able to build your character to that specific accomplishment so that it will match and it will be sustained. You'll never get the 10 out of 10 woman if you don't develop your character. You don't improve how you look. You don't improve how you talk. You don't improve your brain, right? What you know, you can never retain. You may stumble on a 10 out of 10 woman and you just trick it off. You just completely drop the ball on it because you never developed your character to match that accomplishment, to meet that occasion, right? This is where we have to understand the character development arc is the most important thing that you need to focus on as a man, even spiritually, right? You want to be in touch with God. You want to have this relationship with God. You want to be spiritually intact. You need to build the character that can get that. You need to build it. And that character requires discipline. You have to be disciplined in all areas of your life to be able to continuously level up. It's the same as a video game. You have to go and do quests to be able to level up. You have to go and maybe you're in the minefield. I'm talking about RuneScape, where you're mining to be able to have the ability to mine the mithril or the gold that you need to then be able to go have the gold or mithril sword. You have to go through that process. You have to go through that character development process, right? It's the same with fitness, man. I like to say this a lot. You see people who take steroids and they're still little kids inside. I'm not saying all of them are like that, but a lot of them are, because they never developed the character of an extremely fit or a jacked person. They simply bought the shortcut, or they tried to find a cheat code. Okay, I take steroids. And some people are like, oh, I take steroids because it's for my health, it's for my testosterone. Nah, you're doing it because you want to get jacked. A lot of people are, right? And if you do that, you're going to prematurely get the body that you wanted, but then you'll trick it off. You'll see that these same people get fat. They get back to looking gross because they never developed the character. Never. You have to develop that character, and that character comes from discipline. It's the same when you see people in the NBA. You see an NBA player come in and they make it to the league, right, for a certain scenario, and they fall off real quick because they never developed the character of an NBA player, of being in the NBA, of getting paid that amount of money to be able to perform at a high level. They rode their talent. They didn't develop on top of their talent. So you have to always go through this character, and your character development arc is for your whole life. You're constantly going to be working on yourself and reinventing yourself your entire life. So it doesn't make sense to not go through that process and expect that you're going to get the results that you're going to get, because that's just not how it works. That's not how life math works. That's not how the game of life is played. You see in the same thing with games, people have cheat codes, people have bots that they use, and the minute you take that away, the minute that they get into a certain position and that bot or that cheat code may not be as effective, they fall off. It's because they never built the skill set. They never developed their character to actually become the person, become that character that actually gets that result, right? Which is a high kill streak or whatever that looks like in a video game. But in real life, it's the same way. You need to develop your character. And the reason why you're probably still sitting in the position that you're in now and you're not where you want to be is because you have not yet developed your character. And you should thank God, you should thank the universe that you are not at that level yet. Because if you do get to that level prematurely, you will trick it off. You'll waste it and you'll be upset. It's the same with me. I wanted to build a tech company, and I got to a point where things were moving so fast. I was getting money from venture capital. I was going through an accelerator, and things were moving so fast. I was building a team of elite guys, but I had never built my character beforehand to maintain it, so it all crumbled. And I had to learn I wasn't ready yet for that. I didn't go through the journey. Literally, my first legitimate business outside of a personal training business that I had was that tech company. Like literally, I didn't do the freelancer route. I didn't do the agency route. I didn't do any of the consulting route. I literally went and tried to build a full-on enterprise technology company with none of the previous skills that I could have needed, the leadership skills. I had to build myself as a leader first. I didn't do that, so I couldn't sustain that level of achievement that I had had, which was a venture-backed startup. I didn't, because most people, when they go in the startup world, they don't get to that level, right? So I was fortunate enough to get to that level of being venture-backed, of going through one of the top accelerators in the country, and then realize my character didn't match it, so I couldn't maintain it. And it goes with every aspect of life. So you need to go through that character development arc before you get what you want. And if you don't have what you want yet, be thankful, because you're not ready for it. Once you're ready for it, it will come and it will be sustained. So build your character. Send this video off to somebody who you know needs to hear this, because they constantly think about bigger things that they want and they're frustrated by what they don't have, not knowing that they're not ready for those things yet. So like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend again, and join Jack University. That's what we do. right? We build character. You go through that character development process with like-minded men who are ferocious, who are actually trying to do the same thing, who understand that concept. So you can accelerate a lot faster. You can learn all the aspects of being a man, which is being physically jacked in the gym, mentally jacked in your mind, socially jacked with other people, building a network, right? Understanding how to talk to people, financially jacked with money, building a business or in your career, whatever that looks like, right? And then spiritually jacked, having a better relationship with God, understanding how the universe works, how vibration, energy works. You need to understand these things. So that's what we do. So I can't wait to see you in my community as well. Thank you for watching the video. And if you don't join the community, it's all good too. You're here. You went through the entire video and I appreciate you. So I'll catch you on the next video.